So, everybody else is doing unicorn videos. I thought I should too. Hey everybody, Dave from Miri Arachnids. Yeah, we're gonna like go over this unicorn tarantula thing real quick. Cat from Cat's Tarantulas got one at a show in St. Louis, and then Exotic Slayer got one. Well, another one. He got a Marshalli the other day from a friend. This is my female. Now I've had her for a little while. I got her as like a 1-inch sling last year sometime. She molted not yesterday but the day before, and she is just looking absolutely stunning. If I could take the lid off without her taking off, I would, but she'll just go right down into her burrow. But you could see the serious markings on her prominent horn, a beautiful coloring on the setae hair on the legs, and you could see I love the patterning on the legs with the white dots that go down the side. If you look, hold on, I have to get my pointer. So if you see the patterning right here on the legs, the like white dots, it's only on those two legs. Oh no, maybe it's on those two legs too. I'm not sure if it's on the front legs, to be honest with you. No, it's not. Just the back. Actually, it's just those legs. The back legs do not have it. So leg 4 here and 4 here, so R4, L4 right here do not have that. That would be here's the patella. This would be the tibia. So the tibia patterning there is really fascinating to me. But I love this stark contrast of black right here with the red hairs and then that white band right there. And then of course it kind of dulls out to a different type of brown with, you know, the shaggy, really defined red setae like you see on the back here. And then of course her horn, which is rear facing, that's why they're called the rear horned baboon. She's actually rather placid, to be honest with you. I haven't had really any problems with her threat posturing or anything like that. Her molt is down there somewhere. She hasn't brought it up. No, it's right. It's buried in this corner, I believe. Now I've shot a little bit of cave in right here. But yeah, so she's like I said, she was a sling lasher, so she's probably right around 2 years old. I show you the spermatozoa again if she would bring the molt out, but she hasn't, so I really can't do that. Again, I have a Marshalli, very small sling. You saw that. Well, you saw the enclosure in the feeding video that I put out yesterday. There's not a lot to really talk about. I'm waiting to find out what goes on with my little Ceratogyrus ori and what goes on at the Buffalo show, but I'm looking to grab a few more of the Ceratogyrus species. I'd love to get another darlingi and a Marshalli, and then the Mariodonalis and the Sanderi. I think those are the 4 that are the prominent ones in the hobby, but I'm sure that there's 1 or 2 more that are in the hobby. I'm not quite sure what they are, but I'm really, you know, I was really getting into the Asian species, but these African species are just really captivating me lately, and that's me. Not that I get bored with things, but I tend to find interest in something else very quickly and really focus on that. But you know, with the new Tarantula slings and, you know, just the absolute beauty of her, I can't wait till the Marshalli starts to grow and get a little bit bigger. We could get her into another enclosure, or hopefully it's a her. So yeah, again, I'm going to give you another update. This was kind of like a unicorn update, and I'm going to add an update after this on my Psalmopoeus pulchers. Okay, this is Lakini. This is the other female Psalmopoeus pulcher. This one was already a confirmed female. She finally molted. Again, Thorin, the suspected male, molted last week, and she molted yesterday. That would mean that Salem is probably not far behind, because her and Salem have pretty much been close to each other, within weeks of each other molting, since I've had the two of them together. Well, not together, they're in separate enclosures, of course, but since I got this one in, Lakini. Yeah, I have the molt pinned, and what I'll do is I'll put the macro lens on the camera here, and we'll put a light underneath the molt, and I'll show you what the spermathecae looks like for a Psalmopoeus pulcher. And actually a little smaller than I expected for her size. She's probably, all of 5 inches probably spread out, if she was actually spread all the way out. So, you know, between 4 3/4 and 5 inches would be my guess. So she's pretty much full size. They don't get much bigger than 5 inches on the norm for a Psalmopoeus pulcher. The Armenias get a little bit bigger. The Cambridge eye get a lot bigger. I think your Armenias are going to push 6 inches, a little bit over. The Cambridge eye can get around 7 for a female. I had a 7-inch male, so I mean the females can get pretty big in that species. Reduncus, I'm not sure. I would say they're probably close to 5 inches, as well as the Victorii, the Classiasticus, and the two other ones that I can never remember the names of. There's like a species Equatos or something like that they don't get very big either. So I wanted to update you on her because she molted yesterday, and yeah, so it'll be pretty much the same time that I'm feeding her, I'll be feeding the male. So we'll probably just hold him off a little bit longer till I feed her. But I'll get the macro set up, and we'll take a look at the spermathecae. And hopefully I'll be able to hold the camera still enough. Maybe I'll try and set it up on the tripod and figure out how to do it that way. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I hope this stays in focus for you guys. I got the tripod set up very loosely, but it's set up. Hopefully it'll stay. You can see the two dark structures there that kind of look like, man, what would you even say they look like? They kind of remind me of the two things that are on like a manta, a stingray. You know, those two little horns that are on a stingray, or you know, devil horns, or you know, I'm not even really quite sure, to be honest with you. People call them the socks, or they kind of resemble, the floppy socks of. I don't think they look like socks whatsoever, but if you look at the structure that those two things are attached to, and you see that clear light underneath that structure, that is the base of the uterus externus. So that whole area there, you can see that, the clear part, especially on that left part of the spermathecae. If you look at that tannish part there that kind of has a line straight across, that is the uterus externus. So that's what the spermathecae is attached to. And that is where the sperm is stored on mating. And then when the female produces eggs, as the eggs are distributed, the sperm is deposited on the eggs and then wrapped up into the egg sac. But she's, like I said, she's pushing 5 inches, if not. I'll try and measure her here in a minute, because she's almost stretched out, but not completely. But at the coloration of the spermathecae there, which is called sclerotization, when it darkens, the uterus externus will also darken when fully mature. So when I say fully mature, then that's 100%, that tarantula is breedable, or the female is breedable. Now, at her size and the coloration of those spermathecae, I wouldn't hesitate to try and pair her with a male. I think that would be successful. Now, my last molt was Salem, and her last molt, those two structures right there, the spermathecae, were not darkened. They were actually still transparent. So there was no way that they were ready to mate. Even though they were 3/4 of the size that they normally would be, they were nowhere near ready to mate. And this is why I don't like using that standard of, a percentage of the female's size to determine that they're breedable or not. Now, can they be bred? Sure. Will it be successful? The odds are probably a little bit lower. You know, the closer they get to full size, and until you actually see this, you know, sclerotization, or the thickening and darkening of the spermatozoa and the uterus externus, that is when you know 100% positive that they are ready and they're good to go for mating. That successful insertion should, the odds are greatened that you will have successful mating and successful egg sac. Well, at least fertilized egg sac anyway. So yeah, just wanted to update you guys on those two things real quick, and kind of piggyback all the unicorn tarantula stuff going on. I'm working on two video ideas. One is going to be a question and answer video in reverse. So I'm going to ask the questions, and I'm going to wait for people to respond to those questions, and then we'll do a follow-up video on some of the interesting answers that were given. You won't have to answer all the questions. You can just pick out maybe your favorite, or you can answer them all however you wish to do it. But it'll be kind of like audience inspired, and not my channel specific, but you know, YouTube in general. More geared toward the pet part of the YouTube, because that's the genre that I'm doing, and most of my friends are doing. I don't really watch much of anything else. Every now and then I'll watch some hockey updates or hockey highlights, but other than that, I really don't watch anything else anymore, except for wildlife videos. So people I used to watch that I don't watch anymore, you know, just for my specific reasons, not anything in particular or bad things about the people, but just the way their channels have gone, it just doesn't suit me anymore, so I stopped watching. But yeah, so we'll have a Q&A in reverse. So basically it'll be, like I said, me ask questions, you guys answer, and then I'm still gathering questions for the Tarantula Tag Part 2, which will be anywhere between 8 and 12 questions. I've eliminated the 13 question deal, but I'm at about 50-50 here with people that said do 8, and then 50% of people said do 12. So I'm going to look at the questions that I have gathered and give everybody one more chance on the YouTube Tarantula Community Facebook group to chime in some questions that they might like to see. And if I don't get anything more by the end of this week, then I'm going to go ahead and use the questions that I already have and figure out what's the best route, 8 or 12. I know some people like 8 because the videos are shorter. Some people like 12 because they like to get to know people. So, okay, so I'm going to upload this puppy, and then I'm going to start filming the Q&A to you. So thanks for watching. We're closing in on 900. I think at this point we're at 898 subscribers, which is really cool. So 2 away from 900. Once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, actually we'll probably do it at 950. I will get the prize set up for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and get that all set to go, so that when we hit that 1,000 subscribers, we can do the video for the actual giveaway, all the details, how to enter, what you need to do, blah 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 blah, and go from there. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. Please like, please subscribe if you haven't. If you enjoy my content, if you enjoy my videos, you know, please hit the subscribe button. That it will really help out to get that point over that 1,000 subscriber mark is what is my goal. So, okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great Monday. See you later.